And this poor lady can't catch a break. God damn. Y'all remember this teacher who I think she resigned in like October or something like that after those hating assholes found her OnlyFans page and she had to have to supplement her broke ass teacher income? Well, her new employer has fired her for violating their social media policy. Brianna had just been on the job for a few days before her job fired her for violating the social media policy. Remember, she was a teacher for 5 years at St. Clair High School for 2 years. She was put on leave in October after it was discovered that she was using OnlyFans to supplement her teaching salary. After her OnlyFans became public, she told the news that she made $1 million. Girl, what the fuck is you working for? Why are you working? If you made $1 million on a platform, it seems like you got a job and you are good at it and you need to stick to it. But she says after leaving the district, she struggled to find her purpose. Girl, you had a purpose. You had a purpose. Not
Isn't it sad that this woman thinks that this is the woman's purpose? This woman is so upset for her that she got fired for this because she probably wants to be an OnlyFans girl too.
having to get up and go to a 9 to 5 has been tough on my mental health. Girl, she got a job with Compass Health as a community support specialist. She told the news that she gave the company her previous employment history and the correct information when she applied, but she was fired only after days in the office. She lasted 5 days before they put her on leave and subsequently fired her this month. They admitted they did not call her references or Google her before they hired her. They claimed that she violated their social media policy, but will not respond with how she violated it. And of course, they have not responded to the news. Girl, $1 million, babe, you had a talent. You had a purpose. What was wrong with your mental health?
Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Homath. This is the second time this OnlyFans chick has been fired. Maybe not do OnlyFans anymore? Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's give that chow. It's chow time.
I think it's so funny that Korean women are so done with Korean men that they're literally just deciding to die out. Y'all heard of the 4B movement? I'm a big fan.
The 4B movement stands for these four things, which mean these things. It's basically Korean feminism, which is cheaper and more efficient. The 4B movement initially gained recognition on Twitter in 2019, because of course it did, through various feminist social media accounts, because of course it did. And they are focused on envisioning a future without men because of course they are. The cornerstone of feminism is that everything is oppressive. The 4B movement had an escape the corset movement. The word corset is used here for the societal mechanisms that bind and repress women, like toxic beauty standards. Just like in Western feminism, toxic means anything I don't like. I need all of this from you, but you need something from me. That's toxic. I am the table. This, of course, is not toxic.
Korean women literally just
I love how he made her face the table. I love his drawings, man.
give up on their men. They're like, they're fucking assholes, they're not gonna change, so we're all gonna go extinct.
That's where she's wrong. She says that Korean women are mad at Korean men, but they're actually mad at God. And if you don't like that word, just call it the universe or physics or whatever. It's the same thing. This is a hierarchy of creation. It goes from God or the universe all the way down through man to woman to child to the natural world and all the way back up. It goes both ways. Basically, the universe just is the way it is. Like, you can't get rid of gravity, and men have to deal with that directly and build things from it. And we also give approval and attention and validation to women who then provide nurturing to communities and children who are, their role is to be the learners, and they provide creativity and new ways in developing new things to do with the natural world, which is how we get new things like the internet or different types of cheese or whatever. But in the same way that man cannot simply ignore the rules of gravity, women cannot simply ignore what men need from them either. Otherwise, we can't do our jobs. That's just how reality works. So what these women are saying is, I want resources and money and power and everything. I just don't want to provide men with what they need in order to continue creating them. Usually what keeps this whole thing going is that men provide women with approval, attention, and validation. So basically, if men don't follow the rules of the universe, then they don't get what they need from the universe. That's just physically how life works. You'd need to know when to plant seeds and stuff.
I actually love how Homath describes God and describes this physical universe. I actually agree with him. This is how my thought process works with it too.
And usually, when women don't follow the rules made by men and give men what they need, then men don't provide women with what they need in return. But now, women have these cell phones that are providing them with all of this approval, attention, and validation, which makes them think, I don't need men anymore, even though men are still making all the stuff. So because women are no longer providing this, men are no longer providing this, which means no one can have any of these, and women are saying, okay, we'd rather die. That's what quotes like this mean. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you from being king. That means if you don't do as the universe demands, then you're not going to get anything from it. So man has to build society according to the rules of reality, and women have to fit into society according to the rules of society, and then children have to get good grades or they don't get ice cream or whatever. It works the same way. The Bible uses that word a lot, rebellious, and what that means is I want the benefits, but I'm not going to follow the rules. That's why this table argument is so important. I want you to provide me with things, but I'm not going to provide anything back. Imagine if you were saying, I want food to grow, I'm just not going to do any farming. That's what this is illustrating. If you don't do what you have to, then you don't get anything back. And if you don't provide men with what they need in order to make food and fix buildings and stuff, then they're not going to give you any of those things, and then everyone dies. I'm not saying that men don't have work to do. I don't know what's going on in Korea. Maybe the corset is too tight. Maybe men need to start providing something new. But if it's anything like American feminism, it's probably all get, and never where are we getting this from.
Yeah.
And every time you break that chain, you just die off.
Which they literally are. By the way, Korea has the lowest birth rates in the world. But I just think that's so funny. Korean as an ethnicity is about to go away, and Korean women are literally just
It works the same every time. You fill your mind with entitlement, you blame somebody for what you don't have, and then you use, usually, the government to take it away from them. When the government gives this to women for free, then women stop giving men support, and men go, what's the point? And then women go, what's the point? And then, well, bye-bye, Korea.
Pretty much. It's crazy to be going against your natural narratives to the great degree to where you don't even want to reproduce and you want to cause yourself extinction. But there's other lessons to be learned from home math, when you're too nice of a guy. This is what happens.
One of the things I really love about being married is showing my wife love and respect every day, only to have her tell me that I don't objectify her.
This guy fell for the just be nice trap.
Yep.
Remember, being nice goes to no one owes you. What he's saying is, I keep giving my wife all of the good guy stuff, but she keeps asking me for the bad boy stuff. Let's listen.
I love it, because husband is the material she ordered off of Amazon, but the surprise package is the only thing that gets her primed. And because my parents raised me right, I was taught to honor my queen, except she wants to feel belittled and yet respected and somehow safe, but also degraded. And in the disrespecting that she doesn't want, but is secretly hoping for, I am forced to disrespect her because I respect her so much. She's a sheet freak whose opinion I'm supposed to ignore, but I actually care about since her strength, independence, and intelligence makes her powerful prowess the reason I fell in love with her to begin with, and all she wants is to feel treated like a FAP mattress who gets showered not with love, but with the remnants of a busted sprinkler system in the middle of the night. And so chivalry isn't dead, but I do need to choke it a little bit in order to make it think that it is.
It is confusing. Women want two things, and they are often contradictory, but they don't have to be. If you follow my content, you know that I talk about consciousness, and you know that I think we should be going higher. Specifically, I think our culture needs to be ruled by this level instead of this one, where I think this guy is. The levels kind of alternate from focusing on your personal needs to the needs of others around you, to negotiating a stronger position in your society, to occupying the most useful position in your society, to standing out in your society, and then finally recognizing how others want to stand out, which is how I think this guy is treating his wife. He wants to understand her needs, which sometimes clash with each other. Be nice, but not always. Be mean in a nice way. Be nice in a mean way. And that can be very confusing until you get here, when you start to integrate both. That's what's so special about this transition. At this level, the understand level, you become aware of multiple valid perspectives, which creates overlapping competing systems. That's why he's confused, because she wants this, which is valid, and she wants that, which is valid, but they don't go together except when they do. which is what he gets to at the end.
I am forced to disrespect her because I respect her so much. And so chivalry isn't dead, but I do need to choke it a little bit in order to make it think that it is.
Sometimes frustration is a part of transformation. I think a lot of us are about to realize that these things were never separate, and that putting them together just means putting yourself together. You can be everything.
Shout out to Ho Math, probably one of the best channels in the niche. He's right, you know? It's a balance of the two. You can't just be a nice guy, nor can you just be a dick. To be a complete man, you kind of have to be both. You have to be a good man and a stern, stoic man combined into one. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time.